So is it true that Jesus is a recycled redeemer? In other words, you had Egyptian and Greek deities, you have all these stories, Mithras and different people from the past who came to earth, born of a virgin, having 12 disciples, being born at Christmas time, and being worshipped and all this kind of stuff. And Jesus is just one more of these, and a later one at that. And so he's not original, he's a copycat religious leader. So is that true? Well, no. For one thing, Jesus is real. We have the manuscript evidence, we have creeds that go back, they're buried in Paul's letters, that go back to the very time of Jesus when he was living. We have non-Christians referring to him, Roman historians, Josephus, for example. So there's one huge difference. Osiris and Mithras and some of these others never lived. Jesus lived. We have absolute documentary evidence of that. Secondly, these pagan deities, their lives are not parallel to the life of Jesus. They're not parallel. When you really examine them and take a look at them, the internet is spreading these lies that they shared all the same things that Jesus did. Not true at all. These were seasonal vegetation kind of gods, you know, the rising and dying gods every year. There was no such thing as vicarious suffering that they went through. There's no bodily resurrection coming out of the grave. If they ever came back, it was like a mummy. Everything is different about the Jesus story. But, you know, besides this, I think the crucial element is this third point. First of all, Jesus is real. Secondly, those parallels really don't exist. Here's the key. This is the one that you can use to knock it out of the ballpark. These legends, these stories, these myths, we only can track them. They only come after the time of Jesus. So who borrowed from whom? The Jesus story came first. These others are the copycats. They are dated later than the time of Jesus. So is Jesus a recycled redeemer? No, he's the real thing. These others, because of the popularity and the story of Jesus, latched onto that. So Jesus is the one who came first, not these others.